Laura Ponticus' apartment offers a stunning view of St. Michael the Archangel Catholic Church.
St. Michael has a lot of good priests.
But she can no longer bring herself to worship there because of what happened with one priest.
He took a woman that went into a church truly looking for God, and he took me for himself.
Ponticus says Monsignor Frank Rossi, former pastor of St. Michael's and who for many years helped handle sexual abuse cases for the Galveston-Houston Archdiocese, led her into a 2-year sexual relationship, at the same time providing marriage counseling to her unsuspecting husband. Ponticus says Cardinal Daniel DiNardo, leader of the Archdiocese, agreed that she had been abused, and that his staff promised to make sure Rossi could no longer minister to women.
They said all the right things. You are a victim, you are courageous, we owe you everything. But then their reaction was completely different.
In April, 3 years after first reporting Rossi to DiNardo, Ponticus decided to write to the Vatican.
The list of priests who have abused children and adults is significant and seems to grow with time. I am so sorry to say that the Church has been too willing to protect offending priests and less concerned regarding the pain of the victims.
The U.S. church hierarchy has barely begun to acknowledge the problem of clergy manipulating adults under their care. DiNardo, who is also president of the U.S. Bishops' Conference, is heading up a meeting of that body this month on accountability for sexual misconduct. Ponticus says the first intimate embrace with Rossi came just 4 months after he presided over her church wedding. Afterward, she called him.
And he said, "It's okay, it's of God. Let's give it to God and see what he does with it."
She claims the relationship was consummated. At the same time, Rossi solicited more than $1.5 million in cash, art, and cut-rate building projects for St. Michael's from the Ponticus family and their construction company. Eventually, Ponticus realized how wrong it was for Rossi to absolve her of their adulterous relationship.
You can't commit the same sin over and over again and expect God to believe you're contrite.
Finally, in April 2016, Ponticus contacted DiNardo's office. George Ponticus says the cardinal offered a financial settlement. The couple wanted something else.
That Father Rossi would never be a pastor again, and he would never counsel women.
They later learned that Rossi had moved to a small parish in East Texas, in another diocese. Church bulletins showed he was offering marriage advice. Last August, Laura Ponticus filed a criminal complaint.
It is not a consensual act if it involved a clergy member who exploits a person's emotional dependency. There's no protection for that.
The Archdiocese told the AP that Rossi was immediately put on leave after officials learned of what they said was an inappropriate relationship between 2 consenting adults. They say that Rossi successfully completed a, quote, renewal program and was cleared to return to ministry. The Archdiocese claims there was no sexual intercourse between the two. DiNardo's office also says the couple were very generous, but noted their firm also got about $24 million in contracts from the church. Rossi's lawyer says the priest is cooperating with police and would have no immediate comment. On Tuesday, after the AP alerted the church to the story, Rossi's new bishop put him on temporary administrative leave pending the outcome of the investigation. In a recent homily, Rossi spoke of transgression and repentance.
But at times we betray the Lord through our evil acts of sin. And then we regret.
George Ponticus has forgiven his wife. He considers them both victims.
Father Rossi became a part of our family, and he lied to me.
He is done with the Catholic Church, but his wife says her faith remains intact.
I love the sacraments. I believe in every bit of it. And I fully intend to be a Catholic for the rest of my life.
Alan Breed, Associated Press, Houston.